We begin at 4 o'clock with a live lookout on the eastern plains, and you see what we're seeing. Dark clouds are hanging overhead at the top of the hour. DIA just extended a ground stop because of those very storms in the area.
We want to get right out to Chief Meteorologist Kathy Saban with the latest. This came in early this morning, kind of sticking around.
Yes, and we're going to see this monsoon pattern through tomorrow. So good chance for rain, torrential rain, but storms today also have produced hail. We're tracking severe weather along with the heavy downpours coming off the foothills. Now, it's been cloudy and cooler today. We love this temperature trend. We absolutely do. But some of these storms are producing a flood risk across eastern Colorado, dropping rain at the rate of 2 to 3 inches an hour and producing hail. 1-inch diameter hail reported in Douglas County, and this whole line is shifting east, producing wind gusts over 60 miles per hour, along with rainfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour. So flooding is likely. We're dealing with flash flooding concerns in Larimer County with heavy rain from storms tracking east through there. And to the south, Calhan, Carville, Colorado Springs, Monument, heavy showers, impactful travel on I-25, only light rain here in the Denver metro area, and things have improved up north. But wow, if you're traveling south, please be weather aware because the next wave of showers will be coming in from the southwest, and we maintain that severe thunderstorm watch for eastern Colorado until 8 o'clock tonight. An area also at risk for flooding, a flood watch in green, and flooding is imminent or occurring in the flash flood warning areas that you see here in red. Coming up, we'll have another check of the radar and how much more rain we can expect tonight. That forecast ahead.
Thanks, Kathy. New this afternoon, the death of a man whose body was found inside a bridge does not appear to be suspicious. Our 9 News Investigates team confirmed that with the Adams County Sheriff's officials today.
Firefighters found the remains while searching inside the 70th Avenue overpass after a fire had burned in an encampment. Kevin Vaughn from 9 News Investigates joins us here in studio. And Kevin, you got what is really an unprecedented look at what firefighters found.
Yeah, Phil and Kim, Adams County Fire Rescue used a drone to safely search inside that bridge. It captured the burned remains of an encampment and led to the discovery of the still unidentified man's body. 4 days later, a padlock secured the access panel to a bridge spanning Interstate 25. Flowers, blackened concrete, and charred debris, the only signs a man died here.
70 on Broadway, illegal burn turned into possible confined space operations in the bridge of I-25.
It was Saturday morning that Adams County firefighters discovered an encampment where people had been living and a fire inside the supports of 70th Avenue.
We're going to send the drone over to the east side.
Footage from that drone, obtained exclusively by 9 News Investigates, shows the aftermath of the fire and what's left of that encampment. And it provides a never-before-seen view inside a bridge that's like many others in the metro area. The roadway above supported by a boxed-in steel structure.
It's dark and quiet for the most part.
The kind of structure people like Sebastian have been calling home in recent years. We met him last week at the 44th Avenue Bridge over I-25 in Denver, 2 days after a crew cleaned out an encampment. Sebastian said one friend had even rigged up a series of electrical plugs.
He's watching TV, playing video games, running a fan, and he's got like a little igloo ice chest that you can plug in.
So how prevalent are these encampments? We're still trying to answer that question. But this afternoon we stopped by the Park Avenue flyover, where there were clear signs people had been inside the overpass and the remnants of a fire. The Adams County Coroner's Office has not yet released any information about the man whose body was found inside that bridge. And while sheriff's officials tell us they don't think the death itself is suspicious, the cause of the fire is being investigated. That investigation is being handled by the Sheriff's Office and Adams County Fire Rescue. Live in the studio, Kevin Vaughn, 9 News.
Kevin, we know that you've seen the response to this story. A lot of people are stunned, yet if you look around, you realize there are a lot of people that don't have a home that are finding a place to seek shelter.
Yeah, Kim, I drive under that 70th Avenue overpass twice a day. I had never noticed anything there, and I'm not surprised people were living inside, but I hadn't seen any sign of it from the highway.
Yeah. And now will investigators, are they not suspicious, but will they continue to investigate and determine a cause of death or date?
Absolutely, there'll be an autopsy and toxicology testing and that sort of thing, and eventually we will learn the cause of death and the identity of that person.
All right. Thank you, Kevin.
A police officer given a second chance after joking in a group chat about shooting migrants for target practice is now under investigation in his new department. DPD fired Rodrigo Basurto for his comments. Sheridan later hired him. 9 News reporter Aaron Adelson tells us how the Sheridan police chief explains his hiring decisions.
Sheridan's police chief says accountability can coexist with a second chance. He gave that opportunity to Rodrigo Basurto.
I never expected it or wanted it to be anything more than just a couple laughs. Okay. I'm sorry that I said that out. I'm remorseful and I'm ashamed about it.
In this clip, the former Denver police recruit is explaining a text message which said, "Should go to the migrant hotel on 6th and Federal and shoot them there. LOL. Plenty of targets in there." His fellow recruit replied with a laughing emoji. Denver police fired them, and now they both work together for Sheridan Police. After hiring Basurto last year, the chief explained the decision to the state by writing, "Basurto paid dearly for his mistake by losing his career with the DPD and tarnishing his otherwise stellar reputation." Now Basurto is under investigation in Sheridan. In response to a public record request, the department wrote Basurto has an open and ongoing internal investigation. They would not provide any records while the case remains open. We asked the chief for an interview about these and other hires. He replied with a statement that says in part, "A second opportunity is not an exemption from accountability. It comes with an even greater responsibility to demonstrate that the trust placed in them was deserved. If people fall short, the chief promised accountability." In Sheridan, Aaron Adelson, 9 News.
Aaron, thank you. Sheridan Officer Basurto is his job. In February of 2025, the department hired the other fired recruit at the beginning of this past year.
As work continues on containment for the Aspen Acres fire, one woman from Pueblo and her dog are doing their part to help their community. Quasar is a search dog that helps to look for displaced and missing pets from the fires. For dogs like him, it all comes down to a scent of a missing animal. A well-trained search dog can track that scent for miles to determine where the lost pet may have been found.
Or been people who are displaced and then their animal isn't familiar with where they are now and may get out. Learning to read a dog is very different. When we're tracking, we really don't know how they experience it. We just kind of have guesses.
This kind of help is available to any evacuee in the area of the Aspen Acres fire. Quasar's owner has a simple piece of advice for anyone with a missing pet. Don't give up.
Windsor Severance Fire Rescue says both rising costs and more emergency calls are putting pressure on its budget. Now the fire district is considering a tax increase to help pay for more staff and more equipment. The fire chief says the district is dealing with a number of things. The community is growing, so emergency calls are up. There is rising wildfire risk, and the cost of emergency vehicles has gone up as well. So they want to hire 27 more firefighters and potentially build a 5th fire station for the area.
We understand that not everybody's a fan of taxes, but we just want to be transparent to say, here's where we are, here's what's coming. We're in a good spot right now as a fire district, but we identify in the future that if we don't come up with a plan and fund it properly, that we are going to have those longer response times and decrease in positive outcomes.
Still, before making any decisions, the fire district wants to hear from residents. They have a survey and more information online.